music politics and different types of ways with people because like I have a lot of different work to consider other possibilities for it, you know, like all the music that I dropped, there's a lot of things that I would have tweaked and done differently and this and this and this, but I what it got is what it deserved throughout the time that for the work that I put in on it, you know, like if I didn't know that I could do more or do different, how am I supposed to be able to do more or do different, you know?
Yeah, I
Like
like that you're saying all this because I think sometimes people like look. Sometimes people live lives like I don't know. I got blessed with like this opportunity to learn a lot about how business and stuff works and this opportunity in life that a lot of people didn't get to live. And I acted really pretentious for a long time because I forgot that not everybody lived my life, right? Like so, therefore, the things that are inherent or obvious to me aren't necessarily obvious or inherent to anybody else, really. So everybody, like you said, is at a different pace, and you said it a few times. And every time I thought it was powerful because everybody's at their own pace, on their own journey, figuring out things at their own time. And in this world, in this political climate, I often feel like people just assume everything is obvious to a group of people that really just not everything is nothing is obvious anymore. In fact, it's like the opposite. Literally everybody's pinballing around on their own fucking journeys and nobody's really that aware of what anybody else is feeling properly. I don't even think we know how to express ourselves like that yet properly. At least
that okay, so that's something that I want to say too is like something that affects my music is the ability for me to understand how I feel and what I feel, you know, like it's easy to hear somebody else say it and you feel it after, but you need to be open yourself to be able to take that in. Like there's a lot that we have to say that we don't know, but if you gravitate yourself in the right way, you'll eventually accommodate yourself more naturally to being able to open yourself up like that. It's like a growth spurt, let's say, you know? You do your thing, you're not aware of it, right? But boom, 3 months in, 4 months in, you have that jump. And you're like, fuck, how'd that happen? Well, it's because you put in the work, you know, like it's the clock is ticking regardless, you know?
yeah, man.
Time is not given, time is taken. You can only make the most of what you do. So if you have a hot minute, that's a hot minute. But if I have an hour, I can live off that hour for the rest of the time, you know? Like it's it comes back to like it comes back to like if you want to look at like money, you know, it's like there are people I won't say the name, but there's a dude that had the golden ticket and flushed it down the toilet, bro. Like big mess up. And that's because he put himself around the wrong people and didn't he let ego get in the way. It's like he took his hot minute, his 15 seconds is there, but now he is struggling and fiending for something and there's no give, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that just goes to show all that talent, all that money, all that shit. It didn't go to waste, no, but he wasted it, you know? So that's just to say is like how we were talking about graffiti earlier, you know? Like I've given respect to a lot of people until they don't deserve it anymore, you know? Always benefit of the doubt. You know, I've given to people that have bit my hand numerous times, bro. People who burn their bridges with me every other day. But you learn from the people that you're around, from the people that you do. You like we're all products, right? So it's like people are either trying to use you or grow with you, you know, like products go well together too. So that's what people have misconstrued. It's like there's no unity, you know, and that's why Toronto right now is popping a bit more because a lot of these people believed in the team, believed in the unity, did that all.
So I want to
Montreal is
comment.
filled
Can I
with a bunch of
comment on that a little
Sinaloa.
bit? And this is coming
For
from the
sure,
DJs, and
sure.
this was just a quote from Don Smooth, uh, when I was on my DJ Bashment booth interview. He was saying that the difference isn't necessarily as much with the artists, but with the promoters. The promoters is where it really gets pivotally different. So,
Yeah, but you promoters nowadays promoter is
no, I'm
nothing.
talking about
You can be
modern
your own promoter,
allow me to,
right?
but let me go with this.
All right.
Because it's the same thing, really. It's the same thing. Only the various promoters in Toronto work together to create scarcity. They work together to create bigger events. Well, they just at least work together. So there's an understanding that like if Mans is doing a show on Friday the 21st, maybe the other guy shouldn't do a show on Friday the 21st. You know, like there's a lot of or
Yeah.
like don't do it that weekend. There's like an almost allegiance understanding, almost unionized form to it. Again, this is what it was made clear to me. In Montreal, it's more cutthroat and aggressive than that.
Like, look, everyone that's had a pretty big opportunity to touch something, like Montreal is like cursed because they're the rotten apple effect, bro.